Sometimes we think we know the people around us, but the truth is we only see what they let us see. Behind polite greetings, waving hands, and trimmed hedges, darkness can hide. And sometimes that darkness takes a life. This is the story of Eleanor Kent, a retired schoolteacher from Ridgewood, New Jersey. Kind, warm-hearted, the type of woman who baked cookies for neighbors and never missed her Thursday bridge game, until one Thursday, she simply didn't show up. It was October 12th, 2017. Her friends called, no answer. They texted, messages were marked as read, but no reply ever came. Concerned, they asked the police to do a welfare check. The house was locked from the inside. Nothing seemed out of place. Coffee still warm on the counter. A neatly folded blanket on the couch, but one detail screamed that something was terribly wrong. Her cat, Winston, hadn't been fed in days. Eleanor would never leave Winston hungry. Never. There were no signs of forced entry, no broken glass, no overturned furniture, but something was off. The silence in the house wasn't peaceful. It was oppressive. It felt like the house was holding its breath. As detectives started knocking on neighbors' doors, one name kept coming up, Jack Raines, an older man, mid-60s, retired plumber, lived alone, just 2 doors down, quiet, polite, always mowing his lawn at 9 a.m. sharp. 2 weeks earlier, he'd helped Eleanor fix a leak in her kitchen. When detectives spoke with him, he seemed too calm, too helpful. He said Eleanor had mentioned visiting her niece in Ohio. But Eleanor didn't have a niece. Not in Ohio, not anywhere. That was the first real crack. Police dogs were brought in. They picked up Eleanor's scent in Jack's backyard, near the old tool shed. That was enough for a warrant. Inside Jack's basement freezer, beneath a stack of frozen meat and tubs of ice cream, there it was, a Ziploc bag. Inside, a full set of dentures. They were Eleanor's. Jack claimed she had left them behind, but forensic tests told a darker story. There were traces of Eleanor's blood on the dentures, and on a dish rag found in Jack's kitchen. With the evidence mounting, Jack broke. His confession was cold. He said Eleanor accused him of stealing while he worked in her kitchen. They argued. He shoved her. She fell, hit her head. She didn't get up. Instead of calling for help, he wrapped her body in a tarp, dragged it to the shed, and dug a shallow pit. By sunrise, he had poured a fresh layer of concrete over the floor. While the neighborhood walked their dogs, watered their lawns, and waved at each other, Jack buried a body. Police jackhammered the concrete, and beneath it, they found Eleanor. Jack Raines was sentenced to 32 years for second-degree murder, but he wouldn't serve even a fraction. He died in prison 3 years later, quietly, just like he had lived. Eleanor's house still stands, empty, unchanged, curtains drawn, mail slot taped shut, as if time itself has stopped inside. Some say the porch light flickers at night. Others claim they hear the doorbell ring at odd hours. But when they check, no one is there. Because sometimes evil doesn't knock. It doesn't scream. Sometimes it lives next door, smiling, waving, waiting. And by the time you realize what it is, it's already far too late.